Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, June 13th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. It was supposed to be a cruddy weekend, but it turned out amazing. And I'll tell you, if you missed G Love at Bands in the Sand, you missed a great time. So you want to make sure to jump on those tickets right away next year. It was great to catch up with everyone and have some great food and drink. All right, well, it is Monday, and we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Corporal Keller with the Anne Arundel County Police Department has been suspended with pay after he was charged with second-degree assault and a fourth-degree sex offense against a contracted co-worker. He is an 8-year veteran of the department and assigned to the Community Services Division, and despite being charged last week, the electronic court database has not been updated yet, so we have no additional info on this. Police do say it is an ongoing investigation and are asking anybody that may have any information to call them. They want you to call the Office of Professional Standards at 410-222-8741. Just a quick follow-up to our story on Friday about the deputization of Annapolis Mayor's personal boat. We learned a little bit more at the council meeting, and we learned a little bit more from some of the mayor's neighbors. Despite all that, questions remain, and we are working on a story. We have calls and emails into the harbor master for the city that have yet to be returned, and I want to make sure I give her ample time to respond. So if we don't hear from her by noon today, we were going to go ahead and publish the story without her comments. So you want to stay tuned on that. More city news. City Manager David Jarrell, who was spearheading the Hillman Garage project and the City Dock project for the city, has resigned his position. He will be assuming the role of Public Works Director sometime in August, and he was the prior director of that department, and it's unknown how long he will remain in that position. The position is currently vacant after a former director left for a position in Prince George's County. Now, taking Jarrell's place is a familiar name and face. Mike Malinoff, who was the city manager under former Mayor Josh Cohen and was released by former Mayor Mike Panelides, will be nominated as the new city manager by Mayor Buckley. With council approval, which, and based on the way the council seems to vote on pretty much everything, it should be a 9-0 vote. Now, Malinoff left Charles County a while ago and was hired as the acting director of planning and zoning after that position was vacated when Dr. Sally Nash resigned and took a job up in Baltimore. Michael Laplace has been hired as the permanent director, but he has yet to start. So, as they say, everything old is new again. Governor Hogan had a big announcement on his way down the ocean on Friday. He announced that the state will be moving forward with a Tier 2 study for a third span of the Bay Bridge. This has nothing to do with construction, just more environmental impact studies at a cost of $28 million. It's going to look at the impact for 22 miles from the Severn River Bridge all the way to the Route 50 split in Queenstown. There is no timeline or cost estimate or even the ability to pay for this third span. That hasn't been released just yet. And I'm going to revert back to what I've said before. I'm very doubtful this will happen in most of our lifetimes. The Severn River Association and the Chesapeake Conservancy released the results of a poll they commissioned about a potential golf course expansion at Greenberry Point. And no surprise here, 67% of the respondents are not in favor of this. Now, this is really a cart before the horse situation as I see it, as there are no plans for any expansion. A proposal was submitted to potentially expand the course, but in order to do that, there are many hoops that the Navy needs to jump through. Once they are jumped through, then they can devise a plan if it moves forward. There are a lot of ifs involved here, and I really think that folks feel that this is a done deal, but I'm not so sure. A quick and hearty congrats to Liquified Creative in Eastport. They have been a great partner of ours for several years, and we even won some fancy awards for our combined Annapolis Gives project during the height of the COVID pandemic. Of course, they win a lot of more awards on their own, but now they are celebrating 15 years in business. What started out as a basement table with one creative guy is now a fantastic team of people with lots of talent running out of a large office in the heart of Eastport. So congrats to Sean Norritel and the entire team at Liquified. Proud to call you a partner. Well, we had our Pride Parade and Fest a few weeks ago, and now it is the Annapolis Town Center's turn. On Saturday the 18th from noon to 3 p.m., they're going to be playing host to PridePalooza. Games, food trucks, crafts, face painting, henna, tie-dye shirts, and more, and plenty of the stores are going to have Pride specials as well. Now, it is a ticketed event, but wait. Proceeds of the ticket sales are going to go directly to the Trevor Project, which is the world's largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization. Pretty cool. We do have a link for the tickets at eyeonannapolis.net, or you can go directly to AnnapolisTownCenter.com. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight on Saturday with Beau's Effort. Up next week, Rehab to Perform and their new location in Gambrels. And a little bit later on today, and with the usual disclaimer about me being motivated, look for a bonus pod with executive chef Gregory James from the Inn at Perry Cabin, who also happens to be the Maryland Restaurant Association Chef of the Year. And get this, if I am really motivated, look for another bonus pod a little bit later this week with Liliac. They are a 5-piece heavy metal family band coming to Ram's Head, and a great talk with Melody last week. I kind of liken them to the Partridge Family with a little bit of an edge. Well, really kind of a hard edge. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's daily news brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company, and Alpha Engineering. It is Monday, so we have Ann Alsina from Covington Alsina here with your Monday Money Report. And, of course, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that coming up in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get: how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today at 410-599-1370 so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, June 13th. Not a bad weekend for the Annapolis region, despite a few rounds of rain. And the week ahead should bring more of the same with frequent rain chances and warmer, more summer-like temps. Look for highs today in the 85 to 92 degree range across Arundel County, with another chance for some showers and storms with additional rain chances Tuesday through Thursday, with mid to upper 80s for highs each day, followed by one last round of potential showers and storms on Friday with highs in the upper 80s to mid-90s before skies then likely clear out for the weekend with sunshine in mid-80s or so for highs both Saturday and Sunday as we quickly move toward the last third of June 2022 and the first day of astronomical summer on the 21st. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from Covington Alsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of Covington Alsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week opened well, but fears of rising inflation drove the market to decline Thursday and Friday. Inflation rose to 8.6%, exceeding April's 8.3% increase. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, had the highest year-over-year increase since 1981. Grocery food prices increased 1.4% over last month, with dairy prices having their largest increase since 2007. Food and energy are the prime drivers of inflation. Core inflation, which excludes those two items, fell to 6%, a 4-month low. Durable goods prices have been decreasing as supply chain logistics have eased. You've probably already experienced the pain when buying food and gas. From a wallet standpoint, one of the best ways to lessen the impact is to make a meal plan. Once a week, sit down with your grocery store flyers and family calendar and plan out meals for the week. Then, make a grocery list and stick to it. Some grocery stores allow you to add coupons to your rewards cards. Since many of us don't get a newspaper any longer, the coupon insert companies offer coupons online. Beyond that, it's important to realize that non-perishable foods have a pricing cycle, usually about 12 weeks long. The high point of the cycle is the week after a coupon comes out in the paper. If you're seriously concerned about food costs, grab a notebook and track the price of your frequently purchased items for the next 3 months. When the price of your favorite cereal, detergent, or other item is at its low point, that's a great time to buy 3 months' worth of the product, and the best time to use your coupons. If you're an active duty or retired member of the armed forces or a dependent, including the Guard and Reserve, you may want to shift your shopping to the commissary. Under federal law, food is sold at cost plus a 5% markup to fund building and renovating commissary facilities. In 2020, access was expanded to any veteran with a service-connected disability. Your action item this week is to take a hike. Our mental, physical, and fiscal health are all intertwined, and a hike is an inexpensive way to recharge. You'll find more information on our Facebook page and our website at covingtonalsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with Covington Alsina.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.